Welcome to the Tunde Learning Your podcast. On our program, the Nigerian theatre witnesses to history this week. We'll continue with our interview with Chief YEMI FAROUNBI, veteran theatre producer, administrator, and critic. In the last episode, we spoke about a couple of issues, including the use of the local language in communicating in the Nigerian theatre. Today, we'll continue with his other experiences in the dynamics of producing Nigerian theatre. What will make Nigerian theatre more impactful? What are his experiences working with other people? How does he see the strides that Nigerian theatre must make, particularly in his area of film, production, and broadcasting? How do we improve our contents? Let's join Dr. FAROUNBI as we continue in our excursion into his thoughts and his experiences of the Nigerian theatre as a witness to history.
Be said of them.
Wow. In Indian language film.
With a subtitle.
Yes.
And I saw that it did a number of things for the culture. It marketed the culture.
Yes.
The factory, people are better communicating, acting, and all of that.
They felt that he's speaking their language,
yes.
Thinking in their language.
Thinking in their own language. And they now send these films outside the world like ambassadors to their country.
Yes.
So I thought we needed to work more on our. Take the Yoruba. We were the pioneers of theatre.
Yes.
And this is not arrogance, it's not pride, it's not ethnic imperialism.
Posturing or imperialism.
We started it. Drama is natural of our culture.
Yes.
We gathered at concerts every night. Munte's story was natural to us. So it's not strange when we begin to think of Ijidu Mola, Kola Ogunmola, Ogunde, these were 40s.
Aisho Pepe.
We had all of them, but we lost all of them. Today, you can almost not find anything of people like you. Great artists.
Very great artist.
One of the things I cannot forgive the Nigerian television system for. He did, when I was here, he did Obakusu for us.
Yeah.
You know, he had a version for the German audience.
Yes.
He had an authentic version for the Nigerian audience. I had it on, you know, that our tape, the French is very heavy tape.
Yes.
Ampex. Then, he did more remix.
Yes.
For us, he did a ton.
Obakoso,
Marimi, that's a top. So I now looked at it. So we cannot keep this thing in video because video cannot last forever.
Yes.
So I sent them to London to convert into cellular. Because cellular can last.
Yes.
Once you put it in the right
Temperature.
Unfortunately, by the time they finish the conversion, I've been moved out of the battle. Today, we cannot find who received
The film.
those films. And so
There's no record.
And so because the
This was when?
It was 80. Unfortunately, he has not made a film like
Yeah.
So we have no library. So you cannot go into the home of the first television and say, I want to see the early days of Babasala. You want to see how is drama developed.
Grow. Yeah.
And you want to see that of Olaoman
Niton. That's Ajimajason.
and you want to see comparison.
Yes.
You want to see that of Ujula Dipo.
Yes.
And now you can find. But these are things that, in my view, make us
Yeah.
people call you back.
Yes. Yes. And I could recall that when NTA was showing Oladipo's Obakoso and all these other things we're talking about, homes were packed full.
Oh my God.
Streets were deserted as
You
people
know,
wanted to
Not many
watch.
people even own television there, but if you had one, you would have at least 30, 50 people sitting.
Surrounding what the environment.
I remember one. I was here, and we had a failure one Wednesday with Babasa. No call. Just ship away.
Ooh.
I said, what happened? I said, we had a failure. Don't let it fail again. I said, Baba, do what you said. I do fail.
To watch.
So there were a lot of Yorubas who saw their own identity, even in
those productions, those presentations on television.
And for English theatre, for the playhouse, we learn more.
Yes.
When I was here,
The show and they also had the thieves.
I had a collaboration.
I think we did it on Thursdays too.
Yes.
Thursdays, one on Thursday. It was live. We did it live.
Live. One of the sad things when I think about it is, from history point of view, the very, very first drama production of UNT was my father's birthday. A play written by Wole Soyinka, directed by Segun Olushola, but it was live. At that time, they had no technological capacity
to record.
But there is a Daily Times report of news written by Babatunde Joseph. It wasn't an MD there, it was down the line.
A correspondent.
And you had to be moving the cables of the camera. The camera was
moving, yes.
And that affected even our development. So the beauty of having the School of Drama because it assisted drama growth on television. Much later, as I said, I had a collaboration with the School of Drama with Dapo Adenuba.
Yes.
So you do it, we will produce. You write your plays, you use your students and all of that. We paid. Because one of the things when I was here, I increased their artist fee. And I made sure you got your money. You didn't have to be looking around
the account section and the producer's office.
Because I thought it was wrong. So we had beautiful drama. Then I created my own theater group.
In the place,
about a TV. Theater group.
Yes, television theater group.
Yeah, the two departments, the Muraki, Selina,
Felix Omuni,
all of them.
Aki Louis.
And they were great.
Yes.
Young, hungry,
yes,
tasty, creative.
Yes. I worked with them too.
And they made wonders.
Yes.
Each and every one of them became my personal friend.
Lekon
Ladele was there.
Ladele was there. We brought him from FACN, yes.
So he's a drama person.
Radio theater.
And drama is better.
Yes.
So we had that. And then we had what I call theater of the screen.
Yeah.
And I gave it to Sam Adigbe after he had
That was the Sunday show.
Yeah.
Theater on the Screen.
Theater of the screen. Can you do that for all? So I don't see why any television in Nigeria should be shut off. Because they're just flowing on the street. But they must be willing to pay for it.
I think also, perhaps, as we were growing in Nigeria and even in television, I think some of the administrators lost focus of the role of television in growing theater. And so it was easy to let it go rather than continuing and fighting for it to be on their menu.
It is very, very sad. And very, very sad. Because when I started my own independent photography, when I wanted to do a review, for example, I had 18 theaters.
Mm.
And you know the beauty of it is that the Yoruba theater was a process of articulation. Something that they used to have in UK in those days.
That's right.
You were articuled for X number of years.
Yes.
So you got trained. Or you started by carrying boxing, stage, then they begin to train you and things like that. You know about dancing, you know about writing, you know about costume, and all of that. And when I had 18 theater groups, for example, they felt happy that we were getting jobs. And happily, I was getting sponsors. The Julies, Alomaja, Idesha. I was getting them also. But that was the beauty. And so I went on doing Arelu, I went on to do Ageleku, I went on doing Nyokonen 1 and 2. And with this great artist is based in Abeokuta. He was the boss of Aishu. He was the boss of Jimmy. None of them. So we have it. And stations cannot just continue with what they are doing now. Maybe less content.
Unfortunately, NTA used to provide leadership. It seems it's bereft of that now.
I think
nothing meaningful is being produced in terms of
what I want to, and this is the truth, is the influence of WNT. When Maduka became the teacher, it took the spirit of WNT, the creativity, the support for theater there. So, not only that he created literally the theme, the storyline of Folklore at Dawn, which was not only drama but also to teach about rural farming and things like that. Then he had Panika, this lady, in the song.
In the song.
So NTA deliberately adopted a theme which they call crusade for action. That NTA must be a crusader to improve the society. And they saw it from drama, from documentary, from satires and things like that. So it was a deliberate effort. And of course, they could get sponsors because they were going to cover the whole country, UBA and all of that. The sponsors.
They were willing to sponsor those things.
But of course, leadership changed. And all of that got close. And NTA has still been the leader in promoting arts, in my view, in promoting culture, in promoting good broadcasting, indeed. So we must find a way.
Sir, just before you leave that topic, I remember that I was in Kaduna very early in the 80s, 81, 82, and even NTA Kaduna produced very good drama. And people, including Samanja, we had the Playhouse there that I co-produced with Moses Ikwe. Joe Ajiboye was there, and people were glued.
No, it's so sad.
And
One
all
of the
that is about to
finest
be
dramas
lost.
came from Sokoto.
Yeah.
I think it was Ati. Was even there.
Yes, Jimmy Active.
Nice dramas.
Yeah.
That was The Masquerade.
Yes, from Owerri.
That was Hotel de Jordan.
From Benin.
From Benin. You see, the FTA was structured in a way that it promoted competitiveness
Yes.
among the various stations, particularly when it comes to local content. And then they had this station. At that time, I think they had Ibadan to give them a comedy, not in Yoruba, but in English, which we use Baba Salah for.
Yeah.
My Picking Friday.
That's right.
That was it. Where we bring Masquerade. Benin will bring Hotel together. Samanja will bring. And it will come to network.
Yes. And
there was an annual drama competition.
Yes.
I think the very first one was even won by Sokoto. So, but then they appear to have lost steam or commitment to that.
Yes.
Because given the coverage they have, or claim to have, the reach they claim to have,
yes,
they can easily get sponsorship,
yes,
or even partnership,
yes,
or any nationwide drama
broadcast.
They lost it. Absolutely. Legend Mister, they lost it.
Yes.
Baby Show,
yes,
they lost it.
Yes.
Because people are now more interested in things that really don't promote our own authentic culture. We have been sucked into the American media empire. So even though we might not appear to be showing so many American films like when we started, but a lot of the programs we show copy the format of this American. So rather than create our own indigenous, and I think it's something that ought to be looked at. I still believe that until we encourage independent content producers that are properly financed either by an Arts Council fund or by advertisers who are thinking rightly, who begin to understand that you can get tied to a program. Because sometimes, let me go back to UK briefly. You talk about Coronation Street. You know how many years it ran? Can you imagine the mileage the sponsor or the partner will get over the year?
Yeah.
Share identity.
Yes. Yes.
So those are the kind of things that we have lost. And of course, we have many stations now. They don't have the capacity technically or technologically to produce this program. Because in any case, the good drama had moved out of studio. By 1980, I think it was, that we did Caribbean.
Yes.
Produced by Adebayo.
Yes.
It was the first production we took out of the studio. It was the first production we tried with the one camera approach.
Yes.
You know, that was the cinematic aspect.
Yes.
Of course, it's more cumbersome.
We were no longer using the OB van.
OB van.
To
You know, when we did Igbo Numane, do you know that Igbo? We shot it at Akoko. Before camera. So it was easy.
Yes.
Within a week, you finish all the episodes.
Yes.
And you edit it, and that was it. But when we moved to the one camera approach, like I did with Igbo Loduban,
Yes.
It's like shooting a cinematic.
Yes.
It takes a longer time, but it's more creative. It allows you to take many angles of the same shot, of the same scene. And now there is no station that has that capacity. Yet they don't want to patronize
the content producers who can do that.
Who can do this. So if we must go, and I had the privilege of meeting an assemblage of Yoruba leaders somewhere, some years ago, to report, Akure, and I said this. Do you know how many people are fed? How many families are fed by the one-man band? Without that one-man show, those families will not be fed. We don't see it as job creation. We don't see it as economic activity. But from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they are busy. That is more with Fuji Bar, Republic.
Yes.
High Life is dying because High Life is a
big 10-man band, 15-man,
15,
20.
And the equipment and all of that.
Yes. Expensive.
But they create jobs.
Yeah.
They create wealth.
Yeah.
They create income.
Yeah.
We have, as Yoruba, because it's indigenous to us, we have to look at it, both at government and non-government level to see how we can afford this. So, then the Nollywood. Of course, when they want to distort history, they say Nollywood was started by the English. Whatever. They mention one broken.
Yes.
But of course, that shouldn't have been Nollywood. No. Because where will I put all the films of Olaruti?
Yes.
Where will I put all the films of Adekolayan? Adelov. Where will I put the films of Abasala?
Yes.
The films of Aisho. Because you know, the Yorubas became creatively resourceful.
Yes.
As soon as they found that they cannot afford the 36 millimeters, that was expensive.
Yes.
They went to 16.
Yes.
And of course, thank goodness we had Seneca, then later on mainframe.
Yes.
In fact, sometimes they tried 8 frame.
Lato
Safin.
It's really.
They were there. So they went to 8 millimeters. I still remember Tunde Odunsi. He did They did all of that. Then they went video. You know, their first video, they have to have these 3 lenses, and you take it around the schools and the churches and so on. Now, can you imagine the number of people, number of families that are dependent on this film industry? So why don't we develop it? And we can develop it by doing a few things. It's not only that the films must be there must be distribution
channels.
When a film producer has to be the one taking the film around the villages, of course.
It's exhausting and
frustrating, and then it frustrates.
Yeah. You can't think of doing the next project.
Yeah. Well, if you do your film, give it to some distributors, and when they are showing the film, they probably showing about 100 film houses and so on.
Now, whereas Nigerian institutions are producing lots of personnel for the Nigerian theatre industry, in various dimensions: directors, playwrights, stage managers, costumers, makeup artists. But are they enough? Business managers. There are so many dimensions and areas available and roles to be performed in the Nigerian theatre industry. Are we producing enough so that those who are involved in that sector do not get overwhelmed? What do we need to do further to improve the content quality and the distribution and access to the products of this great industry? With these and many more, we'll engage our attention and the attention of Dr. Yemi FAROUNBI as he speaks to us on the next episode of the Nigerian Theatre Witnesses.
Ìwọ olólùfẹ́ mi, ó ti pẹ́ tá wa ti ń bá bọ̀. Lójoojúmọ́, lójoojúmọ́, ló máa múnú mi dùn. Jẹ́